Alright folks, this is a 2012 Rav4. Funny thing happened to this today as it was driving to work. What happened was that the ABS light came on, the traction control light came on, and then the power steering got very hard. So we pulled over to the side, car was still running. Okay, still running, hardly any power steering, and those two lights were on. So I came upon the car, find out what's happened. I didn't want to shut it off, and the first thing I did was I checked the battery. The battery was only 8 volts, 6 to 8 volts. So the battery was no good. It's about 4 years old, the battery. It's got a 5-year warranty from AutoZone, prorated of course, but the battery was no good. So we have to do the battery. So we changed the battery on the road so that the car was able to drive back. After it drove back, we went and we checked the alternator, and the alternator was not charging. Okay, and we also noticed that when we pulled it over into a Dollar General, I shut it off and it wouldn't start. But I noticed that when we stopped, there was a little battery light that came on. So clearly it was a battery or it's an alternator problem. Okay, but when you're driving, when you give it gas and drive, the power steering came back. So I couldn't understand why, if the battery light was on, you had no power steering. So the only thing I could think of is that the alternator was binding and causing the engine to run lower than it was supposed to, and it's like if though it's not running, does not have enough spinning power to turn the power steering pump. So we got it home with just battery power, and we're going to check the alternator, and it's not charging. See it? It's about a little less than 13 volts. And you can hear the alternator making a little whining noise. So it's time for an alternator. Of course, when you're there, belt tensioner, highly recommended. All right, that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, it was strange that it had no power steering. All right, that's it. Ciao.